And everybody, how is everyone doing tonight, guys? Hope you're all having a wonderful night tonight. Oh, good lord. Celtic, you're killing me, man. You're killing me. Okay, so we're going to be doing 11 beans now. Thank you very much, Celtic. We're kind of also going to be speedrunning these beans a little bit, mainly because I want to hurry up and get through them, just so we can get into the actual talk show. 10 beans, you sure? Maybe 11? Yeah, video of you seems to be freezing up. No, why the heck is the video freezing up? Why is the video freezing up? That's weird. I don't know why the video was freezing up. Okay. Huh. I'm not entirely certain why it was freezing up. Seems to smooth out. Okay. I'm guessing, guessing, don't know. I actually had a window with, here. Boop. Switch it over to this. I had a window like this up just to help speed up the selection of the beans. Ooh, D&D dice. Yes, D&D dice. So what we're gonna do is, I figure what we'll do the equals jalapeno, and because for some reason right now I can't remember how to spell jalapeno, 2 equals we don't have sriracha, so cayenne, 3 equals habanero, 4 equals Reaper. Alright, so there are the beans, just so we know, we can very easily keep track of which one is what. We gotta go 11 times here. Okay, so... Alright, alright, let me just do this way. Cayenne. Jalapeno. The other jalapeno. We are now out of jalapeno if both these make it through. 1C. 2J. Okay, well, yeah, that works too. Habanero. Nope, we don't have that. Okay. Cayenne. Yep. There we go. So that's 5. Here are 6. 7. Yep, that is a cayenne. Okay. Ooh, the dreaded Reaper. 8. That's cayenne. Yep. Okay. 9. Nope. That's a reroll. Ooh. 10. Another Reaper. Reaper go burr. Yeah. And a final cayenne. Alright, guys. So for future reference, we have 3 cayenne, 3 Reaper, and the rest are habanero. There are probably 6, 12, 14 habaneros in here. Like to think you're a good person. That you are, Celtic, that you are. Awesome Von Rad, welcome. How are you doing? Hope things are going well for you today. So Alex. Oh, you're still muted. Alrighty. Here we go, guys. 11 beans. Down the hatch. 2 of them being Reapers. That's a lot of cayenne pepper. Oh, wow. Trying to give him the high sign to let him know, no, I'm good, so that he can start his stream. But he's just not. I don't know if he's seeing it. Honda, welcome. When Granix voice box goes hot, he has to go tip tap on the keyboard. Yeah. Dude, you good, man? I don't know if he's good. Okay, yeah, he's good. Okay. Ooh. That's spicy. Honda, welcome. How are you doing, though? They're stuck on my teeth. They're stuck on my teeth. God damn it. I've got water, I've got Mountain Dew, and I've got beer. Oh well.
Always beer.
Yeah. By the way...
It'll totally make it worse.
Oh, yeah, I know it will. By the way, right off the bat, I go live, Celtic jumps in, throws another sub in, so that was 11 beans.
Nice.
And it's like, god damn it. But it's worth it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And awesome, thank you for the follow.
That was me.
Your alter ego. Your alter ego? Yeah, I figured as much. This is gonna suck, but oh well. By the way, this week it is a nice Oktoberfest.
Ooh, very nice.
Sam Adams. He seems quiet. That's probably because I have music going. If I get rid of the music, he probably seems normal.
Yo. I should probably also check my stream, eh?
Still quiet? Okay.
I should not be quiet. I am the loudest and most beautiful weirdo. Actually, that's not true. There's way more beautiful weirdos out there.
You don't see me arguing, do you?
No.
Of course, I'm not.
I like to do that for myself when I'm like feeling myself fail. I'm like, all right, quick, say something funny. All right, that didn't land either. Just keep saying more things until people laugh.
Yeah. Of course, on the other hand, though, as far as like me being more beautiful, it's like, look at this.
By the way, this is the first time I've seen the clipped up beard.
Yeah. Usually it's like off the screen, and yeah. I feel like half naked though. Seriously. Of course, I chopped off like 4 or 5 inches of it, so yeah.
That's fair. I am waiting for this fucking ad to fucking run still, unfortunately. At least I'm on your stream, I guess. Ad starting soon. Thanks. That's really good information.
Yeah, the beer really doesn't help. The beer really doesn't help.
No, beer does not help.
And it really only makes it worse, too.
Yeah. At least it's cold, I guess. There's like that. It's really not much of a consolidation. But...
Mainly because the beer...
What?
I was going to say, mainly because the beer's been sitting here for at least like half an hour. I'll say chilled.
Oh, yikes. Do you have it in a little Jim Jam?
No, but I can easily transfer it over to considering my Mountain Dew has been sitting here all day.
Oh yeah.
The only downfall is the little Jim Jam. It's a little
Loosey goosey. Yeah.
loose.
It's a little your ex girlfriend's, Alex.
You could say that.
I did say that actually. In fact,
Yes, you
not
did.
that I'm bitter. All right, how are we done with these fucking ads yet? Jesus Christ, Twitch. This is the only thing that really drives me absolutely up the wall with Twitch is that like we have to like work around their bullshit. Now I know this new system is new, and I get that, and it hasn't rolled out to everyone yet. But I mean, come on,
Yeah.
man.
Who
Let
knows?
me start my stream for fuck's sake.
Yeah, really.
All right,
Ooh.
all right. I'll be right back. I'm gonna mute you for 1 second. I'll be right back.
Do your shit. Okay.
Hello, friendos. How
All right, we're gonna mute him because so that way we're just muted all around. Oh God, guys! But welcome. How are you guys doing, Honda? Welcome. How are you? You missed the beans, Honda. Yeah, unfortunately, Honda, you did miss the beans. We did it speedrun style. We just pulled up a Google roll of D4 because we only effectively had 4 different types of beans, but now we're down to 3. We have the cayenne pepper, the habanero, and the reaper. Also, for those of you who don't know as well, go over to my Twitter if you haven't already yet.
Did he just come into my stream, say some shit, and then just deafen himself and walk out again? Fucking rude.
I muted myself. Shut your mouth, bitch. Oh, God.
So, you got any good news this week? Got some fun stuff? Got some stupid shit? What you got?
Well, I got some fun stuff, and some of it you already know of, considering the simple fact of, well, you've been playing Splitgate already.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, I have been too, so we both know. It's not a surprise to us, but someone out there might not know.
That's
yeah,
true.
you guys might not know. Okay.
Yeah, why don't you start off with that?
Cool. So in case you guys don't know, Splitgate. Think of it as Halo meets Portal. Yes, it's the fun, insane shooting goodness of Halo meeting the I'm gonna jump through a portal and come out somewhere else on the map. Portal. Yes, it is that insane. It's already a great game. It's free to play, so if you like first-person shooters, go check it out. Also, hashtag not sponsored. But today they got a huge update with a lot of quality of life things. At first glance, you may look at a lot of these quality of life things and be like, eh? But when you dig deeper into them, a lot of it is realistically very good quality of life. Like being able to change the enemy team's color.
Yeah.
For those who are colorblind or have difficulty seeing certain colors.
I'm not colorblind, and I'm still like, yeah, I'm changing. Like, I put everybody to neon yellow.
Yeah.
Like, it's
yeah.
super
Oh, yeah.
easy to see them now.
Yeah.
Great.
And, like, not to bash on the game at all, because it is actually a really good built game. They even said in the article that I found of multiple articles that I found of this, that seeing the enemy is not an easy thing to do a lot of the times, unfortunately. So being able to change the enemy's team color to something that is more visible to you, that is huge. And it's also like per player thing. So if I want to make the team like flaming pink and Alex wants to make them piss yellow, he can do that. I can do whatever I want, and it still only shows that color to us.
Yeah.
So that's really good.
Yeah, and it's literally on an RGB slider, so you can make it literally
whatever color. Yeah. There's also being able to. I think I read in there. You can also change not only the color but shape of your reticles.
Yes, you can now make any reticle look like any other reticle.
Cool.
So if the big stupid one from Halo when you have the rockets,
yep.
If you want to literally just make that like the battle rifle where it's just a little plus, you can do that too. You can also change the reticle colors, which is fantastic.
Yep.
Yeah.
But then I would say the big thing the ability to mantle obstacles.
Yeah.
That is absolutely freaking huge.
And for me, the biggest part of that is there's no mantle animation.
Oh,
It
really?
just right. So, because I did it a bunch of times today, what happens is if you hit a ledge where your knees, like where your feetsies could basically make it, it just goes hoop. You just make it up now. There is no animation. You don't put your hand down and your feet go over. No, it just automatically does it so you can keep firing exactly at your target.
Oh, okay, okay.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that is really cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's even better than I thought it was. Um, also, the ironically, sorry, Bean. Ironically, the one match that I played was a map that I had never played before. The name didn't look familiar, and apparently it was a map that they had been having a lot of difficulties on. So they brought it back in this patch as well, and it's like awesome, even better.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
all
Eh, did you play that map today?
yeah, that was the ironically that was the one map that I played.
I got my head kicked in the first time because you know what it reminded me of actually, and I wasn't the first one to say it. It was actually Kiro. Uh, it reminds me a lot of old school Halo One Hang 'em High, where it's just there's a
Yes.
couple of different levels, but it's just a very open square. So the first time I was just getting sniped from places I didn't even know about.
Hmm.
Second time I played it went a lot better, and I like that map now. And it's got some greenery, some indoor areas with like foliage and shit. I like it a lot actually.
Yeah, yeah, definitely a very good map. So, needless to say, um, Splitgate, if you are thinking, hey, maybe I'll jump in every now and then and check it out, seriously, go do it. Megan, welcome. How are you doing? I'm doing
It's free.
well.
What do you care? You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
go
and
play
it's
it.
free.
Check it
Even
out. If you like Halo, you'll probably like this.
yeah,
Like
or
honestly,
for that matter, if you like first-person shooters, you'll probably like this.
right? Um, sorry. Jake is saying that your audio is a little low.
Wow,
Um,
why is everybody's audio real low today? Because
I don't
they're
know.
on my stream, they're sitting there saying that your audio is low.
I don't know. It's super weird because like we always have the same like settings. So now we're gonna come in next week and Discord's gonna be like, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Fair
It's
enough.
like what the fuck.
All right.
Did Discord have an update while we were looking? I mean,
They had one yesterday. They have them like every
oh,
other
that
day.
yeah, it's
So
true. There was one.
I
I do remember
yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Some
and I try my best to like stay up to date with it just because I use it so much, you know.
yeah, same.
Hmm. Speaking of that, I have a good fucking nice little transition story if you'd like to talk about
Sure, sure.
it. So turns out that the Steam client beta for the next version of Steam had old. So right now, if you go to Steam, you can get any build of a game that has put up all the builds,
Mhm.
and when you get that build, it's that build. Period. End of statement. And not the updated version. So the Steam client beta now has that feature removed. So you can only get the most current version, which I thought was not a big deal at first, but then the more I started thinking about it, right, that was the more I started like peeling away at the onion. I realized that affects speedrunners because a lot of times speedrunners choose a specific client, being version or build, because certain glitches are left in, and they utilize those in the speed run. And the modding community is
Yep.
also huge. They also very often will pick a specific one, um, to mod, like right because you have to work at a baseline. For anyone who hasn't worked in the video game industry, you pick one version number, whatever it might be, and then you modify that, and then you put that back into the line. Well, that's what modders do too. They have to pick
Yep.
one baseline version to add stuff to.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, it's still in the beta, but that is a weird choice of things to eliminate. Now, if they had thought about that ahead of time, like what it would do, Because I'm sure it's a really small percentage of people who use that feature, right? Like honestly, like I've never
Yeah,
used it. Like the general public
yeah, I
isn't
would
using
agree with
that.
you. It
But
would definitely be a small percentage.
right, but like if that feature is there, it just feels weird to take it out.
Hmm.
If somebody does use it, like
Yeah,
you've already instituted it. I don't know.
yeah.
Thoughts?
Realistically thinking, I think it's going to more dramatically affect the modding community more so than the speedrunning community. Um, because they're not to belittle the speedrunning community at all, but I just feel the modding community is a lot bigger. Um, because there's a lot of games out there that yes, you can speed run them like satisfactory. There's a speed run for it,
Sure.
but it's only the introduction to the game. It's not go through the entire game because that would take days. So, but then the modding community on the other hand, there's mods out there for that are scattered all throughout the tech tree. So it's not a thing of, oh, it only affects the introduction to satisfactory. It affects the whole game, kind of a thing.
Right.
So it definitely is going to be interesting as far as how much backlash this could effectively create.
That was my thought too. Is that like if you yourself are a speedrunner or a modder and you're hearing this, go voice your concerns.
Mhm.
Um, like because I'm sure that if Steam knew, they're like, oh shit, because they might have done this like without even really thinking about it. Or maybe it's even a bug because it is a beta. It could even be a bug. I doubt it, but
Yeah,
because
I
there was a
kind of
call
doubt it
out made
too. Yeah.
specifically, well, there's a call out that's made specifically for it. Um,
Mm.
so kind of definitely doubt that. But um, if you're a modder or a streamer or fucking a speedrunner or just somebody like me, like I might even hashtag like, don't remove this. Like there's no reason to.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely is going to be interesting to see where it goes from there. That's for
Yeah,
certain.
well, like, I Steam at least is willing to bend, you
Yes.
know.
Yes. That is true.
So yeah. Why don't you go ahead?
Okay. Um, you know what? Because Megan brought it up in my chat already, let's go over with this one. New World, that new MMO
Yeah, from Amazon.
from Amazon. Yep, it is out. It is also available on Steam too, so you don't have to get it like through Amazon Gaming and then just have this random launcher somewhere on your computer and like that. No.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep, you can get it on Steam. It's $40. It is purchase to play, meaning you buy the game, you play, no subscription.
Good.
So there's that. It is very Dark Souls esque as far as combat style goes. A lot of people are loving it to the point of servers are having problems keeping up with everything, and apparently queue times are, well, I mean, no one likes waiting in a queue, so let's start
No.
with that. But yeah, any new like MMO, Diablo 3, Diablo-esque kind of game, things like that, anything that has a lot of online presence to it or online multiplayer that launches, you better be damn certain when you launch, you're going to have a crap ton of infrastructure to support the massive flood you're going to get. Whether that flood maintains for ever or if it floods at first and then dies off into a small little trickle, you kind of have to be prepared for scaling of things. But from what I've heard and seen of the game so far, it is actually really, really cool. The world is absolutely immense, to the point where I saw two streamers today who were playing it at launch, and in game they were like 3 kilometers apart, and it took them like a couple of hours to finally reach each other.
Wow.
So it's like, damn.
Um,
And that was all just in one of the areas, like one massive zone. They didn't even get out into the rest of the world.
So, a couple things. One, it is kind of crazy. You do know that like Amazon actually rents servers to video game companies?
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you not have enough servers? You're renting servers to other companies. Like, how did you not see this coming?
Especially
Um,
considering the simple fact of AWS,
right,
Amazon
right,
Web Service.
right, right. I mean, that could show how many fucking numbers they have, and I'm sure, like,
Sure.
if that's the case, it's Amazon. They'll just go, all right, we'll spin up another 100 or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, but secondly, I kind of personally now hate that game.
Hmm.
One of my favorite content creators for Smite, Duke Sloth, he was a real numbers based guy. New metas would come out and he would talk about the new boots and the changes to this armor and the changes to this sword. And he really broke down the numbers. Ever
Mhm.
since New World has dropped, he hasn't put out a single video on Smite.
Ooh.
Uh,
Ooh.
so and the numbers aren't really that much different in views. It's still about, 5,000, 12,000.
Yeah.
He's not a big but he's clearly just doing it because he'd rather, well, okay, if I'm getting the same numbers like of views, fuck it, then I'll just do it on something that I want to do that I have to do a little bit less work on.
Well,
Um,
the other thing, though, is okay, like we've been saying, though, New World is the new hot shit.
right.
So it could be a thing of, okay, hey, we'll do this for a week, 2 weeks,
Well,
like
he's been
that.
covered it for 2 months. He was in the beta. Like
Okay.
this dude clearly like he's vibing it. Like
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
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 Um, and probably, it's not like Smite has had like a ton of growth in the last, let's even call it 2, 3 years. So, they just have a community of whatever, 500,000 people, but that's not getting any bigger. And maybe New Worlds does get bigger, and you're one of the first people on there who does that number crunching, that like real breakdown. That could
Hmm.
be a huge move for your career
Oh, yeah.
too. So
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah. The one thing I will say though that I'm not a huge fan of with it is, it is open world environment MMO kind of a thing. There is PVE aspects to
Mhm.
it, but they also, in a lot of the reviews that I've read and just watching some streamers and like that, it is also, I would say, moderate to heavily PvP focused as
Focused.
well,
Yeah.
which when I play an MMO, when I play like a traditional MMO, I'm not playing the MMO to go PvP because balance in an MMO for PvP is impossible. You cannot do it.
And all you do is like that's the cycle of your game is this is now broken. Okay, and then you go fix that, and then it's like now this is broken.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, like
What's the
um,
flavor of the month kind of a thing, as far
right,
as the hot shit in PvP.
the current meta. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm sure that there are a lot of people out there that like that.
Oh
I
yeah.
shit like Dark Souls had a versus
Hmm.
element to it. I never did that. I don't care.
Yeah.
People would invade me, and I'd just be like, Ugh, I'd either kill you or just die. Like whatever, I don't care. You go now. But I know some people really do enjoy that.
Mhm.
Like so to each his own.
Yeah, yeah,
If you are big into PvP, maybe you do want to check New Worlds out.
yeah. I mean, I'll be honest, I'm debating about checking it out anyways, just because it's like, okay, it's purchase to play. So until they come out with the next expansion or whatever for it,
Right. It's
I
40
don't
bucks.
I don't have to buy anything else.
Right.
That, and because I had watched a couple of the streamers during the beta of it, I actually have like a golden armor skin that I can, like a cosmetic that I can just apply. So it's like, sweet.
Oh, skins equal wins, baby.
Yeah, yeah.
You know me.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah.
That's how I live my life.
Yep.
Um. All right. So is it me or is it you?
You. Yeah, you.
Uh. Uh. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Here we'll talk about something kind of funny. Um. So yesterday, the Steam Deck that's coming out,
Mhm.
the portable Steam system that is coming out. Um, the Battle Eye system announced that they are going to be on the Steam Deck. So the Steam Deck will still have
Hmm.
elements of security for anti-cheat on the Steam Deck, because that is its own proprietary anti-cheat.
Thing. Yeah.
Right. But the thing that's weird to me is that Battle Eye's okay. Don't get me wrong, Battle Eye's okay. It's better than the VAC system. The VAC system sucks to anyone who fucking knows anything. VAC system sucks. It's gotten better. Let me not completely
True.
shit on that.
True.
It's
It
gotten better.
has. It has.
But at the same time, Counter Strike players who play in tournaments and anyone who plays Counter Strike competitively pays per month to play on Faceit servers because they're actually good. Their anti cheat works. Now, with that anti cheat, it's one of those, it goes into the kernel of your PC. If you're
Ooh.
not comfortable with that, well, then fuck off. This is to ensure that you are not going to have cheaters. So you pay your $7.99 a month, which is a bit steep. But
That's still
if
cheaper than most MMOs, though.
right, for sure. And if you're super into Counter Strike or Team Fortress or whatever, like VAC and BattleEye kind of suck. They're not good.
Yeah.
So you pay that service, and so I read that news and I was like, oh, cool. So your Steam Deck will have shitty anti-cheat. Like, I mean, it's not shitty. It's not back, but shit.
It's
There's
middle ground.
right, like it's average. It's average security, but it's so frustrating to come to a
Fac.
point.
Battle Eye.
Right, and then face it,
Yeah.
EASA, also very good servers. But like again, like it's so fucking annoying. This is what I hate about PC. So I switched recently, to people who don't know, to I had a lightning strike. It killed both my Xbox and my PC. I could only fix one or the other, so I had to rebuild my PC because I'm a streamer. So but it's frustrating to come to a platform where on console you can say nothing else. There is no cheating in console. Like there just isn't. That's just not a thing that exists really in that sphere. Now there is the problem with keyboard and mouse playing on console, but then I come to this and I'm like, oh god, that was such a good headshot. Was that guy cheating? Was that guy was it? Okay, he did it twice in a row. Okay, that was that was inhumanly, but like there are people who are just fast,
Yeah. That is true.
Like,
Yeah.
um,
Chris says there's cheating on console.
Jake said it is the Windows Defender of Steam. Right, exactly. Nice job, you're trying. Good job, buddy. But yeah, so I don't know. It's cool that BattleEye is going to be out there, and I know that they announced recently that they're doing even a Linux and an iOS,
Mhm.
sphere too. But like, I don't know, it just felt weird.
Yeah.
Like, the homeless guy, like, I'll watch your bag for you. You're like, okay. When I come back and bread and milk is gone, I won't be mad, but like, I get what I paid for,
True.
protection
True.
wise.
And the one thing I will still say is with everything that we've, and by we I mean the reporting community and gaming industry in general, have discovered in regards to this mystical Steam Deck. I have a feeling it's going to be a thing of, oh yes, this Steam Deck, it's so great, and as soon as you open it, you let the steam out of the box, and it's just a box. Congratulations, here's your box.
Yeah.
And it's then like, well, why did I buy this thing again? This thing's shit.
Well, they also did announce that you could also use it as a big ass fucking controller for your Steam games. I was like, who wants to use a controller like an Atari Lynx? Like, dude, I literally can just plug in a fucking Xbox controller, no fucking shit's given, and my PC just recognizes it out of 90% of games, 95. Like,
Yeah, I know.
so that's another like worthless feature that I was like, yay.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I mean, they just so much as far as the Steam Deck goes, it's kind of like, okay, Valve, you come up with interesting ideas.
if this had been 2010,
Yes.
right? Like, if
Yeah.
this had been a decade earlier, even 2011, like, I would have
Especially-
been like, oh, badass. Like,
Yeah. Especially considering at that point in time, okay, 2010, 2011, that area, you're well ahead of the Wii U even.
Right.
And
Right.
I hate to say it, the Steam Deck, you're looking at the same weight as the like handheld thing of the Wii U. Because I mean, hell,
Actually, no, it's way more because that Wii U thing was light.
oh, it was light.
It was light. Yeah,
Oh,
all
okay.
that
Because I
one.
was gonna say, I mean,
Oh,
it's twice as much as the Switch.
right. It's
It
two of
weighs
those.
twice as much as the Switch. So
Speaking of which, just super quick, I just want to interject this. I saw a couple of YouTubers got their hands on the
the OLED
OLED.
versus the
Yep.
regular, yeah, yeah,
Okay, like it's like this much wider on
yeah,
both sides,
yeah,
and I will say that the screen was brighter.
yeah, yeah. That is
Now,
true.
that is the end of what I'm saying. Like that is it. I was like, not. Oh man, I gotta get me one of those. I was like, oh, I mean, yeah, no,
But
it's definitely brighter.
for like 50 to 75 bucks more,
Right. Right, with no fucking right. Yeah.
I
I
don't
mean,
see the
it does
point.
have a no, it has a direct hard line in, but that doesn't fucking matter
Yeah,
because like it still can't do 4K.
yeah.
It like I just I didn't mean to sideline us shitting on that
No,
thing,
no,
but
no, because that's still valid, very up to the moment as far as we know,
right,
gaming news, and it is in our sphere of stuff. So
talking shit on them.
yeah, well,
House
I mean,
Pino, swish.
yeah.
um
Uh,
so did you go last time or did I? No, I did. I
you
just did.
did.
I did Steve.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. Go for it.
Well, you know what? We're in the handhelds. We just weren't to Nintendo, so let's.
And Valve.
Well, we started with Valve and then sidetracked over to Nintendo, so let's keep going with Nintendo.
Sure.
Last week, we stumbled across a thing that people had, well, are guessing that Nintendo was going to be launching a N64 virtual console.
Yeah.
They're right.
And so were we.
Yeah, true. But here's the added bonus: Sega Genesis virtual console as well on
Yeah.
on Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
So big kudos there, big things. Here's the thing that absolutely floored me: the initial launch title lineup for N64. Super Mario 64.
Ooh.
But honestly, there are people that will be like, "Oh, I want to play that now," and it's like, I'll be
Wait,
honest though as well. I've yet to play a 3D Mario.
wow. Holy shit. That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. I'm only like 42. I've yet to play a 3D Mario
Yeah,
game.
that's really bizarre.
What the fuck am I thinking?
That's
Well,
30 years behind.
okay, I take that back. Do you consider Super Mario RPG a 3D Mario?
No, of course not. If anything, it's
Okay.
isometric.
Okay.
Like,
In that case, yes, I still have yet to play a 3D Mario.
wow.
And
And there goes our cred right out the door.
I was gonna say,
Cred gone.
and the silly part is I have you can't see it really, but Mario Odyssey downloaded and installed on my Switch
We're good.
because
Good game.
that's the next game I'm looking at speedrunning.
Nice.
So
Good stuff.
yeah, really looking forward to it.
I saw the wireless N64 and wireless Genesis controllers.
Mhm.
The N64 one looks good. If that fucking goddamn stick goes loose on that thing, I am going to riot. I'm going to buy a plane ticket to fly to Japan and burn down Nintendo headquarters. If I pick it up even once and it goes and the fucking stick doesn't stay goddamn center. I don't know what the spring. I'm assuming that like that spring on the original N64 was made of old wet Weetabix because that is bullshit. I would buy a brand new one of those things and play however many hours of Goldeneye, and one day I'd pick it up and I'd just see the stick go like a little tiny wimp leaner, and I'd be like, "Oh, come on, man." Guess I'll just use this until it completely dies. Like, ugh. So if
Mm.
that thing fucking does that, I'm gonna be real pissed.
You
But
know it's going to though.
I got out. Fucking, I don't care. Make the spring out of fucking titanium. I don't give a shit. Like it's 2021 for fuck's sake.
Mhm.
But um, it does look cool. You know,
Yeah,
hey, that's kind of cool. I won't buy one, but
yeah.
and I literally don't know anyone that would buy a fucking Genesis controller, like unless you collect, maybe.
Maybe, yeah, yeah.
Like I don't know. I can't see myself.
The one thing I will say though, as far as the Genesis controller, which yes, the traditional controllers nowadays have the same button functionality, um, but it's like rearranged because you got the four face buttons and then you have the two shoulders.
Mhm.
Um, so there's six buttons there. The Genesis one has all six as face buttons though. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just slight different mappings and like that. But yeah, going back to the launch lineup of the Nintendo 64 stuff, Mario 64, Zelda Ocarina of Time, Star Fox 64, Mario Kart 64, Dr. Mario 64, huh? Mario Tennis 64, Winback.
All right.
I don't know.
Anybody want to Google that one?
Yeah, yeah. Sin and Punishment. Nintendo's getting into S&M all of a sudden. And Yoshi's Story. And then other games that they've got lined up for it. Banjo Kazooie, Pokemon Snap, Majora's Mask, Kirby 64, Crystal Shards, Mario Golf, Paper Mario, F Zero X. So it realistically looks like they're wanting this to be a success and they're throwing the big titles at it like right off the bat and gonna
Yeah.
fill in with other stuff later.
Yeah. It, I don't know. Like again, I'm not the target audience for this, right? Like
Yeah.
I'm not the same person who's gonna buy the same fucking game that I've already beaten 30 years ago multiple times. I'm just not gonna do that. There's too much split date to be played or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I mean, that's a good lineup. Like, if I was to be like a traditional like Nintendo fanboy, I'd be like, yeah, that's a pretty sick lineup.
Uh-huh.
But dude, I've played those games since I was in high school.
Uh-huh.
Like,
Oh yeah.
legitimately.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. That doesn't do anything for me. Free, fine. The other thing that like Jake and I were talking about was um they said it was going to raise the price of like the Nintendo Club thing, like the online service for the year, but they didn't specify how much.
Hmm.
If it's right, if it's like $3, because I mean it's $20 for a year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, so if it's $3, fine, whatever. But if it's like 10 or like more, it's
Uh,
like, dude,
Begins
like
getting iffy there.
right, because it's like if they do that, that'd be fine if you want to put it into tiers.
Yeah.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Like okay, you want to get the next tier, fine, that includes all that, fine, whatever. Yeah, I don't know. That doesn't twiddle my balls much at all, to be honest.
Does it twiddle your bone flute?
It does not.
Oh,
It
okay.
literally does not. It does
Okay.
this. Are you done now? You done now? And I go, no, but I'm going to the bathroom for 10 minutes and I'm taking my phone.
And then
Well,
you're gonna twiddle your bone flute.
would you please stop blowing up my fucking twiddle flute spot? It's really fucked up of you. Lord, man. We were friends.
Uh, oh, I thought you were just gonna be
Um,
playing Magic. That's all.
oh, dude, totally playing magic. Like, that's literally what it is.
Uh,
Um, So, since we're on the Nintendo fucking shit on Nintendo train, I'll continue that because fucking I own a Switch. I will say that, and I do like Nintendo. Just to everyone who's on both sides of the stream, just
yeah.
let you know, I do like Nintendo. But I am more than willing to fucking call them out on a bunch of bullshit.
Hmm.
So, did you see the announcement about who's voice acting who in the Mario Brothers movie? Okay.
Yeah.
So Chris Pratt is playing Mario. Universally, the internet is none too pleased. That is a very weird choice. I know the Lego movie did well and everything, like I get that, but I think at this point this was just a bad decision. And the internet is what?
Continue. Continue.
Okay. So the internet, of course, is not pleased because the internet's never pleased about anything. Um, So the Luigi is being played by Charlie Day, from fucking Always Sunny, and
Yeah.
okay. Again, I I've never
Hmm.
imagined, like, I love Luigi like way more than Mario.
Yeah.
And like for me, I've never like thought of him as like a spaz. He's always been like kind of a jiggly, like afraid kind of guy.
Yeah.
I would not have, I don't know, chosen that.
Yeah.
Um but the part that I'd like to bring up here is John Leguizamo, who played Luigi in the original Mario Brothers movie, tweeted out that he was pissed. Um, and it was for a good reason. And I didn't even actually think about it until I read his tweet. But he was like, "Great casting, guys. Is there anyone in this movie who's not white?" And then I went through it and I looked at the casting and I was like, "Ooh, yeah, yeah, not the best." And he went on to basically go, so I guess the entire Mushroom Kingdom is the same as it has been shown to us all these years. There is no diversity in the Mushroom Kingdom, and they'd probably be Nazis, is basically what he kind of said. And I was like, holy shit, that is very aggressive.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but he's not wrong. Like, this is a
No.
white bread ass cast, and I don't know. This
Hmm.
like isn't great, is all I'm saying.
Um, here's the one thing that I have serious questions about. The guy that does the voice for Mario in all of the
Yep,
Mario games, ever
yep,
since Mario had a voice, he has done the voice for all of the Mario games. He's still
yep,
alive.
yep.
Why the fuck didn't you hire him to do the voice acting of Mario for the movie?
Yeah.
I mean, am I the only one who didn't realize this?
I wonder if this was the first time they were like, hey, if we have an entire movie of a guy who's basically an Italian stereotype, this might come back to bite us in the ass.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what they were thinking, because, like, all we ever really get out of Mario is "it's a me" and "wahoo."
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I think about that for an entire movie. Like, that would definitely, and Italians, like, are not like, we're like, yeah, it's funny, we're greasy dago wops, ha. Like, but like during an entire 90-minute movie, like, even we'd be like, I mean, this is getting a little heavy-handed. Like it's just a lot of Italian stereotypes. So maybe that's why they didn't want to do it, but it is weird. You're right, because seriously,
Yeah.
that guy really has voiced him forever.
Hmm.
Like, it is a little weird.
Oh yeah.
Um, oh, the main Jake said, the Mario voice actor is in it as a guest voice.
Okay.
And yes, it's Key. Toad is also going to be Key from Key and Peele, who I love a lot. I think Michael Keegan Key is amazing. Not exactly who I would think of for Toad. Like, also a little weird,
Hmm.
because he's so dry and deadpan, like in his delivery of comedy. That just seems weird. It's gonna be weird to be like, "Oh yeah, no, cool Mario," like from Toad. I'm gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, okay, Sonic fucked up by making him look really bad,
Yeah.
right? And then they went back and fixed it. This is not something you can go back and fix. You
No.
can't be like, "All right, fuck it, we're scrapping all of the voice," because scrapping the voice, you, people who don't know, you do the voice acting first and then you animate on top of that.
Yeah.
So if they did that, they would have to get rid of the entire movie. So they're never doing
Hmm.
that. So we're just gonna have a really weird, maybe very bad Mario animated movie, and then we're gonna look back on that fucking piece of shit from like the '90s and be like, I mean, I kind of like it for its cult charm. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
would just be a very funny circle of life for the Mario series. Gonna be a sassy ass mushroom man.
Yeah. Yeah. That's for certain.
Yeah, yeah, I
Sheesh.
think that's pretty funny.
Uh,
Yeah,
uh,
that was me.
the downfall is I don't really have. Well, I mean, it kind of ties in because it's still kind of. No, no, it doesn't tie in. I
Are we
was just
trying to do our record of just always
yeah,
having
keep
tie-ins?
everything like chaining into the next thing, and I got nothing to chain into there. No, nothing Mario, nothing Nintendo related.
That's all good.
I
They
mean,
can't always be seamless transitions.
I mean, you can stretch a little bit of this one article that I've got. but it would be a stretch to link it all together.
Well, do it. Now I feel like I'm
Okay.
intrigued.
Okay. We're going for the stretch here, folks. Let's all stretch here really good. Yes, my shirt does have a lot of holes in it, so fuck off. I don't give a
There's
shit.
mine, look. There's one right there.
Yep.
Both pieces of shit unite. Can I get a what in chat?
Oh hell yeah. All right. So, we've brought up I've brought up this article 2 other times already. The king scumbag of all assholes, Billy Mitchell, he's at it again. In case you didn't know, he's the quote-unquote king of Kong. There, tied into the previous story. Kong being Nintendo related. There we go. We're done with the. We're done with.
Very stretchy.
Hey, I told you we were going to stretch it.
Armstrong level of stretchy.
At maximum stretch, yes.
Yeah.
I got actually 2 things on this asshole too.
Go for it.
One being the guy that brought the news out to the world as far as how he had the 2 lawsuits, one in Florida, one in California versus Twin Galaxies, and suing people and like that, where the 2 states didn't know about the lawsuit against the that was filed in the other state as well. Billy Mitchell is now suing Carl Jobst. Jobst? I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Jobst. He's a YouTuber on Twitch. He's on YouTube, and he is effectively saying that Billy Mitchell is now suing him for $450,000. He lives in Australia, so it's not like the law system is a little bit different there, and Billy effectively has to say the exact amount he wants to sue for, as far as in terms of defamation of character, that is, which in Billy's case, defamation of character, that would be telling him that he's a good guy, because I mean, to tell Billy that he's a good guy would be giving him a compliment, which would go against his entire character, I think, at this point. But yeah, he's doing that right now. He's suing Carl for $450,000, and Carl hasn't revealed any of his plan as far as defending himself versus Billy. But it's literally just a thing of Billy will sue anyone and everyone that effectively says his name. So I'm kind of expecting a lawsuit heading my way soon. But then the other piece of information I have on Billy Mitchell is his old website, which was perfectpacman.com.
Of course.
Yeah, because he, for those who don't know, he supposedly got the world's first.
That's not in dispute. He was the first one to get the kill screen.
Well, I was going to say the first one to get the high score, the perfect high score.
Right, 256 screens until it dies.
Yeah, which is like 3 million. I want to say 3,300,606. Yeah, I forget.
That seems about right. Seems about right.
But basically, but yet whenever he's confronted as far as producing any evidence of this, he doesn't have any video. That all the video he's shown, it's like that circuit board does not match a Pac-Man circuit board. And considering how shady he's been about things in the past for other records he's set, where it's been very clearly proven that he's been working off of a MAME emulator, it's like, no, you're doing shady shit here. But basically, his old website, Perfect Pac-Man, he let the ownership of it slide. Someone else picked it up.
Oh my god.
They let it slide. Someone else has now picked it up again, and they're flipping the script on it completely. They've hosted I think now 7 or 8 piece series detailing out how shitty of a person he is. Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god, that's amazing. And apparently he's a lazy fucking piece of shit too. Like this is his fault.
Yeah, yeah. Because as far as it lapsing the
That's so good.
first time around, that was like I want to say that was like 5 or 6 years ago that it lapsed the first time, and then in June 21 here, someone else acquired it, and now it's a thing of okay, he's putting information out there. He's got it up to a 6 piece series currently, and is uh,
Legitimately might watch that.
J-
Like,
well, it's news articles. It's reads.
okay, well I might
But
legitimately read all that.
yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. He has it actually up to an eight piece article now.
Nice.
Um, detailing out video game fraud of the century, part 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, blah blah blah, and they're all about Billy Mitchell.
That is like the pettiest thing I've ever heard of. That's amazing. That is so funny. That is such a funny way to burn somebody.
But at the
God
same
damn, that's
point in
good.
time, I mean, honestly, at the same point in time, it's like, yeah, it's he definitely deserves it. I would say.
Yeah, dude, that guy's garbage. I told you my story what 2 weeks ago about me meeting Billy Mitchell.
Yeah.
Yeah, that dude's he's human garbage.
Mhm.
But like that is a really funny way, like stealing his website and then turning it into the anti Billy Mitchell fucking propaganda page.
Yep.
Like that is hilarious. If I was that guy, I'd pay for that page like 30 years in advance. I'd be like, here's whatever you need, 6 grand, boom. I now
Yeah.
own this thing. It cannot lapse. It
Yep.
cannot be ever taken back.
Yep.
That is so funny.
Celtics sitting here. 8 piece article? Nah. 8 piece chicken nugget. It's like,
I would eat an 8 piece chicken
yeah.
nugget reading those 8 piece articles. I'll tell you that much right here and now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking A. That is
Uh,
amazing. Um, so what do I have that can oh, you know what? I have a nice one to go to this. Speaking of petty shit, um I have an article that relates to being petty. Um, I mean, not really stealing. Essentially, he left his wallet on the bus and somebody's repurposing it. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
yeah.
Except for they repurposed it by saying Billy Mitchell sucks on the outside of the wallet. um, so, on topic of being petty, so as we've been talking about over the last couple of weeks, the Apple lawsuit against or Epic's lawsuit against Apple has been concluded now, and Apple or Epic won, but not exactly as much as they did, but they still got a big win out of it. So Apple has come back and said, fine, then you can sell stuff in store to people who already own Fortnite installed on their fucking iPhone. But you are not allowed back on the App Store until we use every single one of our appeals. So they are keeping it tied up in court so that so that Epic can't put Fortnite back on their own. They're like actively trying. They're not only wasting money by keeping it in court, rolling it through appeals, they're actively not taking money by going, nope, we don't want Fortnite on our stores anymore because fuck you, Epic. You won. So we're going to be a bunch of fucking petty bitches and we're just going to cut off our nose to spite our face. Like, that is amazingly petty.
Although some could argue it's more along the lines of they want to cut off their face despite their nose.
I mean, like I have done some petty shit in my time, but I would not be like, "Hey, man, here's an opportunity to make another like whatever $2 million," and I was like, "No, fuck that guy. I'm not taking that $1 million." I'd be like, "Yeah, that's pretty fucked up of that guy. Well, guess I'm out of
Yes.
here."
Yeah.
I'd just take
Exactly.
my $1 million and I'd walk away. Like
Exactly.
that is so funny to me. And they said that like they're gonna do it until every single one of their appeals is up. Like, oh my god, wow, that
Mm,
is foresight petty.
yep. Oh yeah.
Oh my god. I think I have an ad roll right now. Yep, I sure do. That's really annoying. Um,
Fun.
so yeah, you go ahead.
Okay.
And I'll kind of sit here quietly.
I just want to say also trying to burn time while your ad rolls. By the way,
Sure, thank you.
I just find it a little funny that we've only been live for about 45 minutes now, and I want to say I think I've gone through like half of the articles that I had for the week. So
Oh,
it's
really?
like, yeah. I mean, it's like, damn, we're like trucking through them here.
I mean, to be fair, it was a lot of like light stuff this week,
True,
which was nice.
true.
You know, like it's nice to fucking not have to be talking. I mean, I still have some
Oh yeah, yeah,
sizzlers sitting in the back, but
yeah,
yeah, a lot of this other stuff is for the rest of the week has been kind of fluffy. You
yeah,
know,
yeah. Like the one that I'm gonna chain into here a little bit, just to kind of
go
keep
for it.
the ball rolling here.
Sure.
Um, Mainly because of like lawsuits is what I'm chaining into. Uh, and the news that will never go away. Thank you, Blizzard. You fucking suck.
Yep. Okay, real quick, just because I am still like a little bit in that role, I am actually a little disappointed in how many of my friends picked up and are actively playing.
Diablo 2 remaster or
Yep.
resurrect? Yeah, me too.
Like I'm trying not to be like
That guy, but yeah.
right and like and not be like social
Uh-huh.
justice warrior or whatever, but like it does feel kind of shitty that like so many of my friends still picked it up, and I get it that not everybody reads the news like we do, not everybody it comes from viewpoints that we have, but like it just feels bad, like so many of my friends, and I have actively had to, because I'm in like quite a few groups on social media, and people are like, "Yay!" and like all this shit. I've actively had to stop myself from being like, "Okay, you know what? It's their choice.
Uh-huh.
Don't fucking piss in somebody's cereal bowl. Just be
Yeah.
cool, Alex. Be 20 to 21, Alex. Don't be fucking old school, Alex." But secretly, in my heart of hearts, it has literally made me go, "Wow, you kind of suck." Like
Yeah.
you, in my mind, have lost a couple of like cool points, if that makes sense. You
Yeah.
know?
Oh, oh no, I totally get you, man. I totally fucking get you on that. Um, because I've seen a couple of what's funny is I've seen actually a couple of female streamers who day one
Streaming.
when it launched they were streaming it, and it's like, did you not pay
And maybe
attention
they
a
and
few
maybe they
months
didn't,
ago?
and maybe it's a few months ago. We've been talking about it
Well,
for
yeah, okay,
literally months. We've
that's
been
true.
talking about it
Yeah,
every week. Like
pretty
basically,
much. Yeah,
unless you don't read anything gaming related, which is a high probability.
yeah.
Like, but my God, man, like fucking so much for fucking Unity.
Well, it's also not a thing of reading anything gaming related. It was all over everywhere. Like you
Well, yeah,
literally would have to live under a rock with no social media at all to
right.
be like, I don't know what's going on with Blizzard, and it's like, huh?
The most recent one, when I saw it like before I even fucking read it, that came up in my like timeline thing was some CNN.
Oof.
Like, I don't
Yeah,
know. It, and
yeah,
I get it, like, but yeah, I just wanted to put that out there because it really did kind of bum me out. There's a couple people where I was like, wow, man, I kind of had a higher opinion of you, and then this happened, and now I definitely have a slightly less. It's not like I'm gonna be like, oh, fuck that person, never talk to him again. But like, I'm like, well, kind of not exactly as socially conscious as I would like to think that my friends are, if that makes sense.
Oh, okay, Celtic. I will give you the pass. You were in boot camp. I will give you the pass on that one because boot camp, you basically are like my life before, gone.
Right. 6 weeks. This is what I do.
Yeah,
Yep.
so I will
Yep.
give you the pass on that one there.
That's fair.
So
And honestly, there are people who literally did not read shit. That
true,
really is a
true.
thing. Um, we come from a perspective where every week we talk about video games and the news.
Yeah, you and me eat, breathe, sleep, poop,
Games.
any other thing you want to fill in. Video games. I mean, that is our life. I mean, hell, look, video games destroyed my life. Good thing I have another few as like the bottom of the.
I was expecting the bottom of the shirt to be so ripped, like a peasant shirt. I was
Yeah,
like, like this.
yeah.
Like,
I mean,
that's what I was
it's
really
like
hoping
could
for.
have 2 extra lives, so it's like,
Yeah, I know. we're different, and I get
Yeah,
it. But
yeah.
just
Um,
be conscious where you spend your money, people. Is all I'm trying to
exactly,
say.
exactly. Business will listen to this thing
Only money.
right here.
Yeah.
This is what they listen to. If you don't show them what's in here, then they're like, "Oh,
Oh shit.
what can we do to get what's in there?" And you can very simply be like, change your fucking business model. Don't sexually harass or just harass your employees. And if it's reported, do something about it. Don't sit there and be like, "Oh, we're going to let it slide and just let
Or
it
shred
continue."
documents.
Or
Or
shred
shred
documents.
documents.
Yeah. Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Just putting it out there.
So,
Um,
um
gotta give it to good companies like Riot, Womp Womp. That's really funny too. It's very funny.
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Give your money to only quality people. It's very hard at this point. So apparently, only
Unfortunately,
buy
yes.
indie is at this point.
Pretty much, yeah.
Um,
But okay, your ad roll I can definitely tell is over by
yeah,
now, I would
we're
assume.
way past the
Yeah.
ad.
So to loosely chain into the previous one, which was about lawsuits and like that, Blizzard, in case you couldn't know what we're talking about already,
Activision Blizzard.
yeah,
We're talking
Activision
about.
Blizzard. Yeah. Well, this next article is about Activision Blizzard. They have created a $18 million fund for claimants that say they were discriminated against or harassed or anything like that uh, while working at Blizzard or Activision. Um, the absolute kicker in the article, though, is Activision Blizzard is still sitting here going, "We didn't do anything wrong, man. We're just gonna be
Here's
nice.
$18 million.
We're gonna set up this fund here. You can claim, and we'll process it. But we're not saying we did anything wrong. We're just gonna do this over here. See, look, nice thing. We're innocent." And it's like, dude, fucking way too fucking late to sit there and be like, "We're innocent here." No, no, you're fucking guilty as hell, man. Yeah. Uh,
So two things I found that were really interesting about that. One, the exact wording was to compensate and make amends for eligible.
yeah, yeah,
Eligible. So, ooh. So are they going to be going? I mean, he only touched your thigh. Like,
yeah.
I mean, anyone could accidentally brush your thigh. You're not eligible. And I love that, like I'm not gonna, I was about to go super dark. I'm not gonna do that, but I was really about to go. What about that dead ass girl who went to fucking Germany and then killed herself in the hotel room? Is she eligible? How far did that fucking
Yeah,
go? That's
yeah.
really fucking bizarre. She had butt plugs, or he had butt plugs with him. Fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
The other
Yeah.
thing that was a little sus to me was in that. So right after that direct quote, it also said that if you wanted to, if you were eligible for any money of this $18 million, you could donate it to any charity you want. I feel like that just meant like they wanted to say, like, oh, some of this money's going to charity. Look how
Mm-hmm.
good we are. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like what a weird anyone who was eligible to get part of that $18 million could put it anywhere they fucking want. They're eligible.
Uh-huh.
You just put that charity thing there to like kind of try to like put some fucking gloss on it, like you're the one donating it by proxy. No.
The other thing in regards to the charity thing and the charity part you mentioned is they also said that if there is any money left over after
Right.
everybody's been processed, they will put it towards charities that are intentionally trying to promote women in the video game industry. And
And
it's like,
minorities.
well, yeah, women and minorities in the video game industry. And it's like, good, but bad because the simple fact of you got your dick caught in the cookie jar
Right.
numerous damn times, and
Yeah.
now you're finally realizing, oh, I have to pay a fine. So, yeah, good
And
that they're
you
doing
also
it, bad that they're finally realizing, oh, we fucking should correct ourselves.
also okay, let me just ask you a question. This because this came to mind when I read this. $18 million.
Mm-hmm.
You know what the first question came to mind was for me?
Hmm.
Alex, we know the guy.
Yeah.
That means that a bunch of people had to sit around a big mahogany fucking table and decide how much wrong did we do and what value we can attach to it to get the public perception to change. And it's not $20 million. It's not $25 million. It's not 15 million. It's not 10 million. 18. I'm surprised it's not $18.56 million because it's like it feels workshopped.
Yes, very much so.
Does that make sense?
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah.
or like that feels like a workshopped amount of money that some fucking. I'm sure they hired like some fucking mathematician and was like, all right, if grief was $1, how much grief dollars would we need to put in to make everyone not mad at us?
Yeah.
And then they were like, we'll pay you whatever you, and he was like, I mean, I guess, or whatever. Like, it feels so like, like forgiveness by committee
Mhm.
again. Like, ugh, just bad, 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 dude. Like, that just, I don't know. That's all I could think of
Yeah.
was that they just good.
Especially considering you think about it, it's like, okay, I'm not sitting here from the standpoint trying to sit here and say that, okay, let's bankrupt Activision Blizzard
No,
for what they did. But at the same point in time, it's like, okay, $18 million. Oh, here, let me get out my wallet. Oh, there's $18 million. Let me just like pull in this like huge dump truck full of money though on the other side. It's like fucking $18 million is absolutely nothing to them.
right. That's exactly right. It has to be worth the value of giving away that amount of money for public, feeling better about it. And still doesn't charge them enough money that they actually give a shit. You know what I'm saying? That's not
Yeah.
actually hurting the bottom line.
Mm-hmm.
So like I feel like that's almost like more insulting in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Like $18.76 million, and we also bought this guy a burrito at fucking Taco Bell. That should make us all square. Now, no longer can anyone talk about us and our rapey past. Now, moving on. Who wants to buy Diablo 2? Like, that's just
Yeah.
what it came across as. And again, I could be sensitive to it, like, because we have been covering it so much, but like, I instantly was like, $18 million? So weird. I don't know. It's a weird
Yeah.
denomination, man.
Especially considering the simple fact of you look at the timeline of when people worked there and things like that. We're talking things going back easily 20 years.
Yeah.
So they're not even throwing in $1 million per year at this
Right.
point. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That should be like the absolute bare minimum you do is
And
$1
you
million
should
per
do,
year, if not more.
as opposed to making a fucking crock pot full of money and everyone just okay, if you got wounded by whatever we said, just come in and take a scoop and then you go. Like you should deal with it on a case by case fucking basis.
Yeah.
Like like
Mhm.
fucking there is a level of like there's a level of how people are treated. They're like not everybody's treated as good or as badly as others. You shouldn't just be like, here's a big pot of money. You just go in, you just take this same size scoop. It's a solo cup, okay? You just take the solo cup, you get one dip, and then when you pull it out, that's the money you get, and then you walk away. All right, you can give that to charity. Make sure you put hashtag Activision Blizzard when you donate it though.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
don't like, dude, what the fuck, man? I
Yeah.
don't know. It just feels
Exactly.
fucked up.
Yeah, it does.
But
It's so fucked up.
yep.
Where's my burrito from Taco Bell? It's in the
See,
mail, Celtic. It's in the mail.
he knows. Um, so you want to talk about something kind of fun?
Considering what we've been going down for the past like 4
Yeah.
articles, sure, why not?
So I saw the new Pokemon Legends trailer. They introduced a new class of Pokemon called Legends. Is the one that's going to be based in feudal Japan.
Oh, cool,
um
cool.
and it's kind of like a weird like Dark Souls vibe to the fights, which
Hmm.
is also crazy. It's not your traditional you stand here and you choose an attack and they choose an attack and blah, blah,
Turn-based
blah.
combat, yeah.
Right, it's literally like freeform, which is kind of awesome.
Hmm.
um but they introduced a new class of Pokemon called Noble Pokemon. And yeah, right, I was thinking like fucking like big fluffy shirt and a big tie. Like I was
Yeah.
like, ooh, Noble. um Uh, but yeah, so and I don't know if that's gonna replace shinies or if those are gonna be like the
Ooh,
boss monsters.
ooh,
Because
yeah.
in the trailer, it looked like it was a specific, which looks like a Slifer, like further evolution. And he's got like big axes and shit. And there's like a whole cutscene when he comes in, he cuts down a bunch of trees. It's kind of badass. Uh, but yeah, so there's a new class, and I'm interested to see more now. Like I think that game already kind of had my interest because I like the feudal Japan theme.
Hmm.
Um, I'm hoping that these are just in addition to, like, keep the shinies, keep all the, already weird rare stuff. But I'm cool with a new class type where now it's not just shiny hunting, it's noble hunting, and there are physically actually look different on screen. Shiny is the only difference is the color and their like base stats. But this was like an actual next step evolution. I'm assuming this
Hmm.
may be
Interesting.
um because in Sword and Shield they had the like Gigamax like evolution, like the big.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm assuming this is like their version of Gigamax, but if it's like a where you can be walking down the street and just run into, I don't know, the noblest Pidgey of all time, that'd be cool. I'd be totally cool with that. And he's got a little bow tie and a fucking monocle. Pretty sweet. Like,
Top hat.
yeah, yeah. He's noble as fuck. Look how noble that is.
Yeah.
Um,
Be interesting.
yeah.
That,
Uh, traditional, Jake said traditional fights can happen, just not sure how still. Yeah, because what the
hmm.
fights have really looked like is you're actually on screen barrel rolling out of the way of attacks, and your Pokemon is out, and he is still casting at an active mob, like essentially. Pretty
Hmm.
cool. Yeah, yeah. I don't know.
So,
So
so
I'm interested.
they're effectively kind of, from the sound of it, there putting you also in harm's way, and not
Right.
just like, oh yeah, Pikachu,
Go do it.
go do shit. I'm just gonna sit here and like eat my burrito from Taco Bell.
Sorry about your broken spine. Come back.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
We'll just go to the Pokestop. Have a nice day.
Yeah, it'll be fine. You just sit in the box. It's fine.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but literally, yeah, you're like actively involved in it, like, which is
Hmm,
pretty cool.
that's
Um,
interesting.
and there's like a big emphasis on like riding Pokemon, which I feel is like a little maybe, I don't know, it's a little weird. Like okay, I love my dog to death,
Yeah.
right? And if he was huge, huge, I would like, ride him like a little pony. That'd be sweet. If I was little, like an orc or something, like, or a goblin, wolf rider, that'd be cool. But I feel like it's weird to be like, hey, I'm human sized and you're pretty much human sized, so I'm gonna get on you and just fly me around. Like, I don't know. It just feels
Yeah.
weird to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gyarados, I'd ride a
But
Gyarados. That makes sense.
but at the same point in time, Pokemon has always had that though.
Yeah,
So
but there's no bicycle anymore. Now it's like gliding
oh
and
really? They took away the
yeah,
bicycle. Okay.
yeah. There's no fucking bicycle. It's
Well, I mean,
literally
with it being
all
feudal Japan
Pokemon.
though, that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. All right. Well, that was it for me. I just thought that
Interesting.
was really cool, and I am looking forward to that game much more now because everything about it sounds cooler.
I'll be honest. It's at the very least piqued my interest, and
Nice.
considering the simple fact of prior to Unite, the last Pokemon game that I even quote unquote played was Red and Blue.
Played every single one. I think I've skipped one generation.
Okay, but
But I
I
I,
mean,
I like that.
it's at least piqued my interest. Whether I
Yeah.
get it or not, I don't know.
Sure. I
Um,
mean, to be fair, I'm one of those losers. I play Nuzlocke runs. Like I like Pokemon, and I,
okay.
and I I think the base game is too easy because I'm an old ass boomer, and so I have to force it to be harder. Just
Yeah,
like you do for speed runs, I do.
yeah, yeah. We make challenges our own unique way.
Right.
So, and for those who don't need extra challenges in their games, god damn it, get on our level.
You bunch of pussies. Wow, this
No,
is a
no.
good message you were sending.
No, seriously. Play games however you want. It's all jokes here.
Unless it's easy. All right, now we're done.
Of course, this coming from the person who's playing Resident Evil Village on casual. Yes, I'm a filthy casual.
All right. Well, after you.
Okay. Uh I don't have anything that can chain into that.
Yeah, that one's. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't have any stories about feudal Japan? Man, you're crappy co-host.
Uh, no, that still wouldn't
Just
even.
go.
Yeah. Oh well. Um, Final Fantasy 14.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, kind of going into the issue of people wanting to make things harder for themselves while having fun playing games.
I'm gonna take slash while you talk about this.
Okay. There was a streamer who was playing Final Fantasy 14 and decided that, you know what? I want to do more than just like keyboard mouse, play the game. He effectively set up a Xbox Connect and got some software, some middleware known as FAST, FAAST, to remap specific actions as far as like raising arms, lowering them, doing weird things, whatever, to do certain actions in the game. And he effectively mapped it all out so that way, for those of you who don't know, Final Fantasy 14, there are 14, 15, 16 jobs, something like that, jobs, classes, whatever you want to call them, as far as dealing with combat. And what he wound up doing is he decided for the dancer combat class. Yes, dancer is a combat class, believe it or not. It is actually a ranged what is referred to as a ranged physical DPS class, because they wind up sitting there with like two effectively like chakrams and throw them, do funny dances that give buffs to other teammates, things like that. But he wound up setting up a Xbox Connect and some middleware software called FAST to map various actions that he would do for like poses and whatnot, which he mapped it so that way it was the same pose or same dance moves that the character would be doing in game, he would be doing as well.
I watched the video.
Yeah.
I did too.
And part of it was he actually incorporated dabbing into it as far as some of the moves. And yeah, it's interesting to see it happen and to see that someone went that far as like mapping the specific moves that the specific animations that are in the game for when the character does it, to then be okay, now I've got to match that through doing it live myself.
Yeah.
And the Connect picking it up.
So the other thing I thought was amazing about that, I don't know if you touched on this. He was also dressed up like a fucking dude who was going to a line dancing
Yes,
show.
that is
So he
true
looked
too.
like a fucking cowboy. He
Yes,
had like a red button-up shirt tucked in. He had cowboy boots on. It was amazing. That was absolutely brilliant. That was a great touch.
which was also the same getup that his character in game was using too.
Oh, is that right?
Yep.
I didn't even notice that because there was.
Yep.
Dude, I will say this about Final Fantasy 14. As much as I do like that game, fucking A, can we back it down a notch with the goddamn particle effects? Like when a fucking party raid is going on,
Oh,
I
yeah.
can basically see nothing that's going on. It's just blah, blah, blah. I'm like,
You can.
Okay,
There's
like,
settings for it. There's settings for
okay,
it.
well, for the love of God, if that's your default, I think you should back it down a notch. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, I have mine set up to show. For a while, I had it set up to show all. Then I started getting into open world raids, and it's like, okay, yeah, we need to back this down. So I set it to raid party only. So it would basically be me and the 7 others in my party.
Sure.
And even then, like everybody spamming AoEs, it's like, okay, that's still a bit much. So I think I now have it set down to me, motherfucker. Mm-hmm. I need to see what I'm doing, and fuck y'all.
And the rest of this shit, just show the numbers. I don't care. Like,
yeah,
nice job, fancy. Like,
yeah.
I still think that's really funny and really brilliant.
Yeah,
it probably took that dude a while.
Oh yeah. I mean, huge props to him, seriously, because I mean,
for real.
Not only the simple fact of
gotta love the nerd boys.
Yeah, not only the simple fact of having the initiative to do something like that, but then also to think, okay, let's hook up the Kinect because that does motion capture of like what I'm doing, But okay, now how do I get that to capture what I'm doing and then get into the game that I want to
Right.
play? Okay, so here's this software. Okay, now how do I configure that software to take what I'm doing and convert it
Right.
to what buttons I actually want to press? So it's like, okay, so I mean, it's not just, oh, I'm
It's
going
an
to do this
right.
challenge. It's, I'm going to do this challenge and I need to
It's an
do
engineering
this,
feat.
this, this. Yeah, it's definitely an
It's
engineering
an
thing.
engineering feat.
Yeah,
Like that is an
it
engineering feat.
it is
That is
fucking
not
awesome.
something
It's
he
cool.
did over a weekend.
No,
You know what I'm
no.
saying?
And if
Like,
he did, it was like, okay, that's his weekend. Is what he did.
and if he did that, like, oh my god, that guy should be fucking working for Microsoft or like, good god.
Yeah.
Considering all the like animation shit, like, yeah, it's crazy.
Well, I will say this though: if he did it over a weekend, it could also be a thing of he's done things like that before, which I don't know if
Sure,
he has. I don't know if he has,
sure.
but I mean,
I
the more times you do stuff like that, the faster you get at doing that kind of a thing.
sure.
So
I still think that's a fucking minor miracle.
yeah. Oh
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
it's like watching one of those dudes who like beats Dark Souls on a fucking like Guitar Hero controller. I'm like,
Oh
why?
God.
Why would you? All right, you know what? I'm impressed. Like you win, I'm impressed.
Fuck,
Um,
I've seen it. As far as people using weird controllers for Dark Souls, um, I've seen people use. You remember that Donkey Konga game?
yeah, I
Yeah,
saw that too.
I've
Yeah,
seen that. I also
yeah, I
saw
saw that too.
Lobos Jr. Now, granted, Lobos Jr. is like big in Dark Souls. He like if a mod comes out, he'll do it. He'll
Sure.
do asinine amount of challenge runs in Dark Souls. He did a electric guitar.
I
So
saw that too.
so not a like Guitar Hero guitar, but a
Yeah.
electric guitar one.
Yep.
And yeah, and it's just like, damn, that's
Yep.
fucking cool.
Badass.
Yes, yes.
Are we good with that?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay. Um, so do you want to talk about Twitch for a hot second?
Sure.
Sure.
We haven't
Uh,
dumped on them in a while.
yeah, it has been a week. It's been
Yeah,
7 days.
yeah.
Um,
Go Twitch.
so this is actually kind of cool. A leak came out recently about the newest Twitch update. Now we just got a new, slowly being rolled out update with the advertisements, which
Hmm.
we've been doing today. Um, and another leak just came out about us as creators having control over who comments in our chat. And the thing that they have that is rumored is that there's going to be 2-point verification to each person who is a streamer and an affiliate, where they can require anyone who wants to chat to have either given a phone number or an email.
Uh,
That's good.
yeah, yeah.
Now, here's the thing, right? Um, got some breaking news that popped up about 2-3 hours ago. Yes, I definitely want to hear that, Jake. Give me 1 second. Um, this is good and bad, right? For mega streamers, great for them. Again, this is another thing. Sure, makes sense. That stops raids and shit. However, small streamers like you and um, I got 5 people in my chat right now. If there was somebody here who hasn't been here before and who wants to just say hi or whatever, that is kind of a barrier,
Uh,
right? Like that's just another barrier.
yep,
Like that person would go, "Hey, new to the stream, whatever," and it comes up and it goes, "Hey, you gotta give us your phone number or your email
yep.
before you can do like." And that's on us again. They put the agency still on us, the streamer.
To explain why you need to
Right.
have them fork that over. Yeah, yeah. It's it's I would say an attempt by Twitch to counteract the bot
Raids.
follows, the
Yep.
raids, things like that. The downfall, like I knew you could have it set up to be a phone number. I didn't know you could have it set up to that it could be a phone number or email. So I missed that
Yes.
part of it.
Yeah.
Being that you can have it set up to be a email, that just totally negates what they're trying to do. Because I can think of at least 4 sites right off the top of my head where I can go get a burner email for a set time frame and just be like, I don't give a fuck about that email. Go make 50 million accounts for all I care right now. And
Right.
then go follow raid someone. Not that I'm going to, but I mean, all it really comes down to at that point is okay, I need to put in a little bit more scripting into my bot that makes umpteen thousands of accounts per minute as is. So instead of it making now 5,000 accounts per minute, it only makes 4,000 accounts per minute.
Right.
Wah. I mean, it's not a big issue for those who are running these bots. Now, if it had to be a phone number, yeah, it's still intrusive. But getting a burner phone number is not as easy
That's
as,
hard.
yeah,
That's a real pain in the ass.
yeah,
That's an absolute pain in the ass.
yeah.
Like
Which,
faking a phone number is like almost nigh impossible.
yeah,
Like is really what it is.
yeah.
Um,
So,
yeah, I don't know. Like again, that's a it's a good idea on paper, but like, dude, like I'm a small streamer. Am I gonna have to explain that every fucking time somebody? What am I gonna have to like make a fucking challenge where it says, "Hey, sorry about this, but if you spend these 50 points, you can go to this fucking place and then you can attack my chat." Like, it's like, no, you know what's really cool about being a small streamer is that I can actively talk to my chat the whole time.
yep.
When you go to a big streamer's chat, there's just thousands of, not even sometimes it's like 400 people, and you can't ever like
Mhm.
go back and forth with that person.
Oh, yeah.
This is the best part of being a small streamer,
Yep.
and like this feels like something where I wouldn't want to do it. Like I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like it's cool, but man, fuck. Like I'm not doing it. Like
Yeah.
um. So do you want to rant on this a little bit more or no?
Um, I mean, it's hard to say. Well, not hard. I mean, it could actually be very easy to say what to rant on about it. Um, because you're absolutely right. Being a small streamer, you have more interaction with the streamer.
Right.
Um,
It's
it's
fun
a
to
lot.
talk to people.
It's a lot easier to be to have your message be noticed. Um, so it really does feel like this is partially to protect the big streams out there, and it's like, great, cool, that's nice. How many of the big streamers got hate rated? How many of the big streamers got bot followed? Not a lot is my guess. It's a lot of the smaller, a lot of the minority, a lot of the LGBT, those streamers that got all this shit. So, yeah,
Sucks. At the end of the day, it sucks.
yeah, it does.
Like
It
it
does.
sucks that we live in this kind of world. Like but at this point, like you know what they should just do?
Hmm.
Like as opposed to putting it on us, how about this? Every fucking Twitch account that gets made, you gotta have an email or a fucking a phone number attached to it, and then everyone globally like if you want to I understand that what they want to do is you can just make an account and just be like whatever fart and then Gmail blit and then I can just be on Twitch. But if you had that second level of authentication in making an account,
Hmm.
it wouldn't be on us. It'd be on everybody.
Yeah,
Everybody has to do
yeah,
that. But they're trying to keep the barrier to entry low,
hmm,
like
yeah,
but that would fucking solve so many goddamn problems,
yeah.
like
Oh, yeah, yeah.
like
The other thing that would be really nice to help, if not prevent, help either slow or stop these bots. Um, they already require it for all their streamers that are affiliate or higher.
yeah,
You have to have two-factor authentication.
right. That's what I'm saying.
So,
That's verbatim what I'm saying.
yeah. So in other words, things like Authy, Google Authenticator, uh, the Blizzard Authenticator that a lot of people probably have the app for, things like that. Those little key fobs that pop up with
Yep.
random numbers.
Boop. I have proved I'm a human. Here's my IP address. Like
Yeah.
we're at a weird balance point with technology and the internet.
Mhm.
where we're gonna have to start giving up some stuff to get the security stuff as well. You
Yeah.
know, I liked it as much as everyone else when it was the Wild Wild West, but
Now
at some point
seeing
now,
how shitty and how
humans
bad
are,
it can be. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
fucking fuck
Exactly.
people.
Yep.
They are the worst.
Yep.
All right. That's all I'd go for it.
Okay. I have 4 left, but it's 2 of one, 2 of another. So,
I mean, you
um,
have two-part stories.
yes.
Okay. Well, go for it. I still got a couple other ones.
Okay. Um, kind of going back to Blizzard little bit, kind of. Uh, we were talking about it a little bit earlier. Diablo 2 Resurrected. It has been released. It was released last week. Uh, it's Diablo 2 with a little bit more graphical polish.
And same as it says on the tin.
Yay. That's it. Why are people going gaga for it? I don't fucking know. Like, I honestly don't fucking know. I mean,
Why did people want to play the fucking vanilla WoW server so much?
yeah. Yeah. I mean,
I don't know. Rose-colored glasses, I guess.
yeah. I mean, I'll be honest. When the WoW vanilla servers were announced that they were going to be releasing those and bringing those back, you just had to have a active WoW subscription. I was like, okay, so you can't figure out a way to keep your players in game more. So with like new content, so you're just gonna sit there and say, "Hey, guess what? You remember the golden days of yore? Go play those again."
Right.
It's like, really? You guys can't come up with new shit? God
No.
damn.
No. Them in Hollywood. They're bankrupt of ideas. Well,
Yeah.
except for the indie circles
Yeah.
of both.
Yeah. But I mean, still.
Yeah, I was surprised. Like I was expecting. Like again, I haven't played it. I am on a Activision Blizzard fucking freeze. Ha ha
Yeah.
ha. Um, but I was surprised when I looked at like the features list and stuff. I was like, nothing. It was
Yeah.
just
Yeah. Just
Diablo 2. I mean,
updated visuals.
HD.
That's it. That's literally it. Is all it is. Um now change it up. You bring up a good point. My Diablo 2 is on disc. Same with mine. Same with the expansion of mine. I don't have a disc drive in my computer anymore.
Not me either.
I actually do. But the thing is, though, it's like, okay, for those of you who don't have who don't have a disc drive for Diablo 2 and like that, you can actually, if you actually want to, putting aside my own views at the moment, you can go to, I believe it's blizzard.net or .com, whatever it is, sign into your Blizzard account, and you can download the original Diablo 2s. You can play them.
They apparently learned a little bit from that fucking war. What was that? The Warcraft 3 remaster that was fucking awful because it deleted your fucking original copy and you couldn't play it anymore.
Oh
They
god.
finally learned like, oh, maybe people would want to play the original still. Like,
Yeah.
god damn it,
Well,
dude.
no, that's been a thing that they've had for a long time,
It's just
actually. But
unbelievable.
yeah, I mean, it's like, okay. Vicarious Visions should get some props though for it. Yeah,
Yes, I agree.
yeah,
I agree with that. As a matter of fact, I have multiple friends who work at Vicarious, and I do not disagree.
yeah.
This it sucks because it's like Vicarious Visions gets hired in a terrible
Bad
time PR
time for them.
wise.
Yeah,
Yeah, PR
yeah,
wise. I'm sure they got paid for it, and this isn't on them.
yeah, yeah.
Um, so whatever. But you know what? They also did the fucking Tony Hawk remake, and that shit was awesome too.
True.
So
Now, I will say this: as far as um, Diablo 2 effectively just getting a remaster, we'll just call it that. It's not as simple as, oh, let's just slap a new coat of paint on it. Hey, there, it's good. They had to actually take it from a 32-bit system to a 64-bit system. So there is
yeah,
a little bit more work in the background that they actually had to do for the game and still keep it the exact same.
right.
But at the end of the day, to the average player, it's Diablo 2 with a fresh coat of paint.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. It's a band-aid on a turd.
Why? Yeah, yeah. Why is everybody sitting here going absolutely gaga over it? I don't know, but that's what it
Because everyone
is.
wants to be 15 years younger, is what I'm assuming.
I could
Like,
care less if I'm 15 years younger.
me too. Me too.
Um, and the follow up thing that I have for Diablo 2, uh, apparently, nice fun bug of it, which didn't actually exist in the original one. So, woohoo. Um, Players are having problems being that when they say they go play and they log out for the night, come back the next day, log in, or at least try to, dun dun dun. Uh, the servers and the game are sitting there telling them, no, you can't log in. The character's already logged into the server. And it's like, no.
Yeah,
So
and I saw there was a variation of that bug too, like minute one when it launched, where basically if you were playing in offline mode and then you tried to like move your character in online mode, it deletes your character. Well played, guys. Well played. Also, not to fucking piss on my QA, brethren from back in the day, but come on, QA. Like, what are you doing? Step it up a little bit.
oh
Come on.
yeah,
You
yeah,
didn't try that? Come on.
yeah. Um, okay. I'll let you piss on them. I'll be the defendant of them though. You and I both know how yes, they may have tried it, and developers are like, oh, but we've got like -5 weeks to work on this, so fuck it, it's going out the door now.
Yeah, I don't disagree, but that should be like a fucking day one test case. Like, that should be a
True,
day one test case.
true,
Like,
true.
that should be take it from this mode into this mode. Does everything transfer successfully? That is literally like the number one fucking thing I would have written on that test case. Like,
Yeah,
other than does the game boot? Like, you know what
yeah,
I'm saying? Like, which kind of goes without saying.
yeah,
So, I don't know. Not the best.
yeah.
But again, not everybody. Oh, and I'm gonna say this because fuck everybody who doesn't know shit. Not everybody is EA, and EA has amazing, amazing QA effort. They have amazing automation. They have amazing fucking QA work. Just putting it out there. Also, we don't hear a lot about QA, or we don't hear a lot about EA having sex with people with butt plugs and then they suicide. No, there's really been nothing about EA. So
That
let's
is
maybe
true.
back it down a notch on fucking hating on EA people. I know if you don't want to spend money on something, just don't spend the money. But at least they're not like, raping people or killing people. So please just back it down a notch. I don't know why I went to killing people. like, like something is gonna come
Eh,
out about Riot. Like, oh, they were sacrificing people to Satan. It was super crazy. Like, I went a little bit too far on that one.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh well.
yeah. One of his bitch.
Hmm.
You got anything else?
I've got a two-parter, and that's it.
No, I mean about Blizzard.
Oh no, no.
About this. Okay. So I forgot this one and I wanted to tie this together. I just think this is fucking super funny and also proves to how much fucking people are shitlords. So did you know that there's an Oreo and Pokemon crossover going on right now?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yeah. I've
Um,
already. I know where this is already going.
Okay. For those of you who don't, Oreo, the cookie, with the delicious little cookie and then a little smoochie and then another cookie on top, did
The
a crossover.
smoochie.
A little smoochie and then fucking little top. Or double smoochie, you know what I'm saying? You can get the double smoochie.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, they have a crossover with Pokemon going on right now, where they had 16 different Pokemons that were basically pressed into the top of the cookie bit.
Yep.
So they have Pidgeotto, Ratatat, fucking Pikachu, shocking. Um, that was an accident. That joke was an accident. Okay, thank you. Just know that that was an accident.
Mm,
Anyways, that was beer, not Alex.
sure, blame the beer.
I'm totally blaming the beer. So um, so they have a bunch of different Pokemon, and one of them was Mew, the little tiny scientifically made. And of course, he is the rarest of the cookies that they had pressed. Now, there's not exact numbers. I know, right? There's not exact numbers known as to how many Mew packages were made, but they did say that there was less of them made. They are going on sale on eBay right now from 500 to this one. I'm going to preface this value was going for charity. So let me preface this from $500 to $13,300,
Oh,
which
okay.
is, but the proceeds are going to charity. So this one particular lot I can at least speak to. It's going to a good cause. It makes sense that it's going for $13,000. But again, this is a fucking box of Oreos. What's up?
Um, I heard in someone else's stream yesterday when while I was working that someone had seen a listing for Oreos for $25,000.
Okay, well that's unsubstantiated, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah. Also, I don't know if that was what they were actually sold for or
Right,
if like it was going to charity or anything
right.
like that. That's just what someone
This
had said that yeah.
this high bid was for a charity event, and it was 13,000, and it's actually not sold yet.
Okay.
And so, like, let's take this with a grain of salt. But I also do think it's fucking amazing that, like, literally just smushing a big Muse face on a cookie is like making $13,000 for a charity. That, like, good God, out of all the things you could point to as like Pokemon being a worldwide phenomenon, I think this one is the most ridiculous that you could be like, seriously, that's fucking ridiculous, right? Like, you
Hmm.
realize Oreos are like $2.50, like, legitimately.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so I thought that was pretty absurd. So if you're in the market for some new Oreos, this is not the time. It's too high. You're gonna buy high. You're gonna sell low. I wish I had like one of those big
Hmm.
red buttons. And do not buy right now. It is
Yeah.
a bull market or bear market. It is a bull market.
Pfft,
You the bear,
not
you should know.
not a good market.
Okay, there you go. It is the anti-buying market.
Yes, yes.
um,
Um
but yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I thought that was cute and kind of funny though. It is nice that one of them did go for a bunch of money, but yeah, I just thought it was a funny story.
Yeah.
Um, Let me go again if you're cool with that.
Sure, sure.
I have more international news as I always do.
That's always
Um,
cool.
and that's yeah, right. See, I find it fascinating too, but like I know that like most people see that shit and they're like, not in my country, doesn't matter to me. Scroll past. Um,
See, I look at more as a thing of it's like, okay, it's international news, yeah, but it's in the gaming industry, which still affects us.
yeah,
And we live in a global world, obviously.
now,
Yeah.
now.
So what may be happening in our industry, but in another country, will affect us at some point in time. Even if it's in some other industry in another country, that will still affect us some point in time. It's just a matter of when and how much.
And like fucking get a bigger scope. Everyone should have a bigger scope. We should like it is a little embarrassing, even like I don't even know why I said even, especially me, some dumb schlub who lives in Florida. Like I like trying to learn things about other places. I
Mhm.
really do. Like because we should like as Americans we're not great at it. Learning
Yeah.
about other places. Um, so uh this comes from the UK, where the Advertising Standards Authority
Hmm.
is pushing against game timers and labels like best offer in gaming. So, what it really boils down to is they don't want games to have arbitrary limits that make players feel like they need to purchase this now or else they will not get the benefits of it. Do you see it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're all on the same page. Cool. Um, I think that it's a shit. Did I really just hit another Adderall? God, fucking Adderalls, man. Fuck it. I'm doing it. I don't care. We're in the middle of it. Fuck it. Sorry, chat, that no one's gonna be able to hear this, but fucking Twitch. I should have planned this better. Um, So, what it really boils down to is when you go to a mobile game and they give you some spin and they say, "Oh, right now you can gain X benefit from putting your money in right this second," which is again completely arbitrary and 99% of the times lies, because if you wait 45 more minutes, magically another notification comes up on your phone and they're like, oh, this is it. Special time, one time only. You're the only person, you're the millionth customer. So come in and give us $5. If you give us $5 right now, you get like the value of like $100. And they do that because it's a psychology thing.
Oh yeah.
And because humans are stupid and hardwired to go, if I don't buy this on special, I'm essentially losing money because we're not smart as a race.
Mhm.
Um, so the other thing that I found that was kind of crazy, they're pushing to have now again, the ASA has no actual authority. They're like the ESRB. They have no authority. Like the government would have to do something. Like they're just some fucking arbitrary, random bullshit. Like establishment. They said we know what's going on here, so we're going to take charges, but you have no authority. So let's take that a little bit in perspective. But the other thing that they're rallying for in the UK is that you know how we use Gran, what game do you use that has a space buck as opposed to a dollar value? Is it every single one? So in Splitgate,
I'm trying
you
to.
can't spend.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a game that doesn't have like its
Right,
own kind of in-game currency kind of thing.
right. So the other thing that the ASA is pushing is having you literally show the money. No more of this fucking around with space dollars or in-game gold or gems or whatever V-bucks, whatever it may be. They're pushing to have it literally say, "Hey, for $5 you can get this. For $2 you can get this." That's it. I
That
actually don't hate that idea.
I was gonna say
Um,
that's actually a really good idea because that way it's a lot more upfront and in everybody's face as to okay, you want this skin for this gun? This is $5.
right. When you go to a store, they don't go, "Hey, this is 4 sock points, and we only accept sock points, and sock points are based on this weird scale. And if you get to $99, you get the most sock points." No, you just go
Yeah.
and you give them 5 fucking bucks, and you get whatever. Like,
Hmm.
so that is actually genuinely pretty cool. And I don't really understand. Like, I do. Uh, I'm assuming that a big portion of this is them trying to like kind of lobby for kids,
Yeah.
because kids are stupid.
Yes.
Kids are fucking dumb.
Hmm.
So they see best value or limited time offer, and they're like, "Oh, gotta go steal mom's credit card," and fucking. So I get that too, but I think that's less important than the everyone should just see how much real world dollars you're spending on things, because
Hmm.
it does make you think twice.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Like.
yeah. Awkward silence.
I was just asking if you had anything further to add to this
No, no,
conversation, or if we're just
no. I
me
was just
ranting on
sorry.
this.
I was agreeing with you.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. I honestly, I just feel like this is something that, again, they have no authority on any of this. So even if they do come through with this decision, they still have to go to the UK government and be like, "Hey, now it needs to be passed as a law." Now, hey Bill, um,
Hey, Alex.
hi Bill,
He says I.
um, um, so they would have to go through the government. The only thing there is that most people, just like the ESRB, politicians usually follow that train. You know what I'm saying? If the ESRB says that this game is adults only, the government will go, "Yeah, you can't put that in stores."
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Um, so, like, I guess it's a step in the right direction against this kind of it's not predatory, but it kind of is. It's predatory against stupid people.
Hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, yeah. So, thoughts, feelings?
It honestly, it kind of seems to go back to a lot of the anti gambling slash loot box thing that
Hmm.
happened here in the U.S. When was that? That was Battlefront
2018.
2. Yeah, 2018. It seems like it's I don't want to say a continuation of it, but effectively the next evolution of it,
Right.
kind of a thing. Um, yeah, because like you said, when people start realizing that, oh hey, instead of paying X amount of dollars for X amount of fantastical dwarf dollars, um, and instead are now it's like for then can take those dwarf dollars and buy whatever skin. It's now a thing of, okay, to buy this skin I need to pay $5.
Right.
A lot more people will then be realizing how much they actually are spending on whatever game, and they can actually realize, oh shit, or oh okay, I've got X amount of dollars extra right now. Do I want to spend this? Do I not? And can hopefully, in theory, be more intelligent as far as how and where they're spending their money.
Right. And I think that like that goes to just what you said, like to mirror back to that, like it's
Yeah.
more forward facing,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
It's just forward facing.
Yeah.
And I think as humans, we should all start asking ourselves, where is our money going? You
Hmm.
know?
Yeah.
Uh,
Definitely.
yeah. Yeah, but I thought that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. That's actually a really smart thing, which is nice. Good to hear it.
Yep. Yep. So Jake updated me with this. Netflix just bought their first gaming company.
Who they who what and who?
Yep, this is a little spicy.
Yeah.
The streaming giant Netflix just bought Night School Studios. They made Oxen Free. I never played that game, but the other game that they did make that I fucking love, and that if you like fun and witty dialogue, for the love of God, go play this game. It's called After Party, and it's basically two people and they die in the real world and they have to go to hell, and literally you're just walking around hell having an after party. You're just going to different bars, you're getting fucking conversations from all these different demons. It's basically kind of like a point and click adventure, but it's clearly more fun than that because I play it. So wasn't. um but after party's fucking amazing.
Hmm.
And the writing is quite good. Visuals are nice too. um yeah, that's a cool purchase. I don't really. I mean, I'm sure for them, for that studio, it's like who's getting paid. Um, but I don't know. That's weird. Netflix owns a video game company now. They're $12 billion in debt.
Is
Those
it
dudes are just.
any more weird than Amazon owning or doing a video game and then on the launch of their MMO, their servers chugging?
I mean, no, but at the same time, Amazon has Amazon money. They're not $12 billion in debt. Like that's like this feels like one of those things. Who's the other one that like Google, how they were like, yeah, we're gonna make Stadia, then we're gonna buy all these fucking studios, and yeah, like this is what this feels like to me.
Yeah, yeah,
Which sucks because I really, really genuinely, After Party was an awesome game. Like I love that game. I like so the studio at least is quality. I can tell you that much. Like the studio is good. Like
yeah,
so that's cool. But it does kind of suck because literally this does feel like cool guys.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well,
Let me know how that works out for you. But um all right, you need to go. Oh, I'm gonna do one more really fast. Witcher 3 already got fucking announced for its third season on Netflix. Since we were already talking about Netflix, the second season hasn't even come out yet. It's coming out in December. But it already got renewed for a third season, which is awesome because Henry Cavill, that dude is my growth, baby. All right, sorry, I just tacked one more off for me.
So in other words, Henry Cavill is your man crush there.
Oh no, husbando is the new term for that
Oh,
I'm
is that
using.
it? Oh,
He's
okay.
my husbando for sure.
Okay.
Because waifu is for your ladies, you know. Husbando just sounds awesome because it's got like this nice Latino flair. Yeah, he's my husbando
Okay.
for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Interesting. Good to know. Good to know.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. So the two for that I've got, Halo Infinite.
Mhm.
Um, the one that is definitely gonna be very controversial, no matter which way you look at it. Aim assist. Is it good? Is it bad? When is it too much? Um, and I say this because there
Thank
was,
Jake.
huh? Oh,
I just want to thank Jake.
okay.
Thank God.
I say this because there was in the article that I read of it, there was a streamer who was in one of the betas, and he had to like get up, walk away from his computer mid match. So he's completely AFK in the match. All of a sudden, all you can see in the video is way off in the distance. Someone on the enemy team crosses his line of fire. And the game is sitting here doing this as the person's jumping around. It's following them at like long ranges with the auto aim or with the aim assist.
So the dude's gone.
He's
Standing,
not even at his chair.
and it literally is just kind of auto tracking.
Yes. Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's one of those things where it's just like, yeah, that's too much on the aim assist. No matter if you're for aim assist or not. When someone's at long range and you're using like the assault rifle in Halo, that's too much aim assist.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
The good thing,
go ahead.
like the good thing is it's 343.
Yeah,
They are very quick to change things, to listen to the community. But that is pretty absurd.
yeah, yeah.
Like right, like that's too much. Were we having this conversation yesterday when we were playing? No, Sunday when we were playing Splitgate. Sunday,
Sunday,
Sunday.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
We
when we
were
were
talking
playing
about
Splitgate.
aim assist and like that. Yeah.
Like because there has to be a give and take here, right?
Hmm.
Like there has to be,
Yeah.
because if you're gonna if we are moving into this new world of crossplay, which moving into, we are in this new world
Hmm.
of crossplay. There's gonna have to be some give and take because it is fucking easy now that I'm a fucking mouse and keyboard player now for me to go, and it's very difficult to accurately go head,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? Like there is definitely a description, a description. Very nice, Cornell. Um, well, description. Those Oreos are going for a lot of money. Um,
So that's where your mind's at right now. The
yeah.
Oreos that are going for multi thousands.
I don't know why, but description sounded like a Pokemon that just hasn't been invented yet. Um, he was a fan of Muck, and description. Um, like so there has to be some middle ground that we have
Yeah.
to come to,
Yeah.
and I feel like that is gonna be a while. And again, we're talking about person to person skill levels too, right?
True.
Like, do you base your aim assist on the high end dudes who are good, like Weber, me, like do you do that, pros? Or do you go like apparently it just goes right to the dude? You just pull the
Yeah.
trigger and it just win. You just win. It's great. Like you know what I'm saying? Like there
Yeah.
has to be like a middle ground. Like
Oh yeah.
and every game is going to be different. Every like so yeah. This is a big discussion. Honestly, I'd like to have maybe if I can stop playing Splitgate, maybe like if we can pick a random day this week. What are you smiling about?
Stop playing Splitgate. Yeah, that's not
Yeah,
happening.
yeah. I thought about it for like 2 seconds. I was like, no. Um, uh, like maybe we could pick a day. You know what we should do? We should pick a day a week where you and I play something completely fucking random and we just deep delve like one or two topics where we like literally just go, let's just talk about some stuff, like more about the opinion pieces than like about the news. Because this really is news. This is
Yeah.
2 hours of news.
Hmm.
Um, like, maybe we should just pick something that we go, all right, this fucking day from this time to this time for 2 hours, we just talk about, and then we go back to our regular stream schedule, but we just go, all right, fuck it, we're gonna clean shit and just sort of clean up simulator and deep delve two topics, and that's what we talk about for that like hour or two.
Yeah. Yeah.
um
Be interesting.
just as a thought.
Yeah.
But yeah, there like that is bad. Like
Yeah.
that is
Yeah.
bad. Because we don't have time to deep delve. Bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hard pass from Alex Quina.
Yeah. Or at least to the degree that it was displaying in the
Right.
video there.
Right.
Now, from what the article was saying, and I didn't go back and check his stream or anything like that. It didn't say if he was on controller. It didn't say if he was keyboard mouse or anything like that. So to just sit there and say, okay, this is what the aim assist in Halo Infinite is doing, and following guys at long range
Right.
when the person's completely not even at their chair and they're using the assault rifle, it's like, that's not good. So I would hope they would have kind of reached out to him and been like, hey, were you playing on keyboard mouse or controller? What were you using for an input device, kind of thing? But I guess they didn't, so oh well.
That's fair.
These are all the questions that you think of after the fact, and
Right.
unfortunately by that point it's like, darn, I wish I should have thought to ask that. Oh well. But yeah, I mean, having it that aggressive, and like you said, it's 343, so they're gonna see this, they're gonna hear the feedback from it already, and they're probably already working on something to tone it down some. So
Right. I bet they even have backup
yeah.
design model.
Well, I was gonna say that, or I wouldn't be surprised if it was a thing of it's like, okay, we'll put out to the beta servers right now this version of it. We also have this version, and this version.
Yeah.
As kind of like backups to try, kind of a thing. So
Yeah. Look how cute my dog is.
He's just staring at you.
Yeah, I know. Okay, well, last one, go for it, and then I can take the dog up.
Okay. The other one that I have is more of a very fun, lighthearted thing. Namely, bugs in games, period. Games are complex to make. They're hard. They're difficult. Unfortunately, bugs are very easy to make. And what I mean by bugs are very easy to make is apparently in Halo Infinite, if you have a specific grenade and throw it at a caution wet floor sign, just starts exploding caution wet floor signs everywhere for the duration of the grenade.
Exploding what caution wet floor signs, title of my sex tape. Did it finally. Took me a second, but I got it.
Oh god. I'm having a bad mental image from that too right now.
Oh, come on, dude. don't squirt and shame people.
but
this is why people stick around until the very end.
Oh yeah, you gotta. No. Especially considering that's when you announce the title of your new sex tape.
I always do. It's every week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that bug. That was pretty fucking hilarious.
Yeah. It is.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now, see, something like that, like, you can't blame QA for that.
No,
like,
you
know
can't.
What I'm saying?
I mean,
that was a specific fucking object in a specific location with a specific grenade. Like, come on, man. Like, that's very low on a test case scenario. Yeah. And thankfully, it's kind of hilarious. Like, right? If you're gonna have a bug, wouldn't you want it to be funny?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Plus, it's also very low on the discoverability scale too. I mean, unless you're literally just being like, oh, okay, there's car number 1. Throw this grenade at nothing. This grenade, nothing. This grenade, oh god, cars are exploding everywhere. Well, not exploding, but
Right.
like multiplying everywhere indefinitely. Oh shit.
Right.
So, I mean, yeah.
So at least it was fun and
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. I mean, I saw the video of it. I'm like, oh my god, this is hilarious.
Yeah,
It's
that was pretty
just
funny.
like,
And they were freaking out too
yeah,
because of the fucking geometry, like, which was also really funny.
yep,
Yeah, that was good.
that was awesome.
Yeah. I have nothing else.
Oh wow, okay, cool. I wasn't certain if you had any others or not, but that
Nope.
was the last one I had as well.
Boom. We nailed it.
So
As per usual.
yes, yes,
All right. Well, go say goodbye to your stream. I'll say goodbye to mine.
sounds good. Sounds good.
All right. I'll meet you in Discord.
Yep. So as always, guys, that will be. You haven't left. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you, Celtic. But that is it for us tonight. I thank you guys for hanging out for so long, for the 2 hours here. I hope you guys got some of the ever fun information in regards to the video game industry as far as the current events that are going on at the moment. Hamburger. What is a hamburger like a Star Trek Borg that you then somehow turned into a hamburger? I mean, would that be a hamburger? If so, I would say be careful that it doesn't try to assimilate you from the inside out as you eat it. I don't know. Just burger, yeah. But either way, guys, thank you for being here. I will see you again tomorrow. Tomorrow night we have Raid Night in Destiny 2. Any additional time we have after that, I may dive into Splitgate, or I may just say that's it. Regardless, though, tomorrow during Raid Night, we have the remaining, like, 8 or 9 game keys I've got, and then I'm out of keys. So, 8 keys left. Like I said already, though, I'm very much hitting the bottom of the barrel. So some of these keys are, like, really weird games. So just kind of roll with it. But yeah, definitely come on by, hang out, have some fun, talk about all sorts of fun stuff. Might get the game, don't know. I'll tell you right now, Celtic, I am probably... it is cross-platform, yep. I am probably, after this current season in Destiny 2, I'm probably going to be dropping out of it. If that gives you any influence as to do you get it or do you not. As far as it being a active thing on my streams. Because I kind of feel I want to spend the time in other games on Wednesday night. So there's that. But yeah, that is all for tonight, guys. I will catch you all tomorrow, and I will see you then. Till then, bye.